So my review is of Google's MyTracks app, which came out of their 20% project. It's a simple GPS tracking application that has some neat integration with Google Docs and Maps and can also be a useful fitness tool. I'm going to go ahead and launch the program. When you launch it, you're presented with a location on the Google map. And if I was heading out on any type of activity and I wanted to record my track, I would simply hit Menu, Record Track, and it's now recording my track. And up in the notification bar, it lets us know that it's recording my track. So there's some other options across the bottom here in our menu. We can view past tracks. We can set a marker or a waypoint. We can zoom to our location if we've scrolled off the map. Switch it to satellite view and into more. More leads to settings and a simple help file. Settings let you switch between metric and imperial units, speed or pace depending on whether you're biking or running. Several settings that control the accuracy of the recording, and I've found all the default settings to be fine. I've been very happy with those. And there's also an option to have the app announce your distance at a time interval of your choosing. So let's say that I'm all done my activity. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop recording, and it brings up the track details with options to name, enter the activity type, and the track description. The activity type is used when you upload to Google Docs, and this is where it gets fairly neat. All the activities of the same type will be grouped on a spreadsheet, and Google will provide a nice summary log of those activities. And I'm going to go ahead and save this track and navigate back to the track list. So I click Menu, Track List. So here's the track I just saved, track 22. It's only got 50 seconds of data and 85 feet, not very exciting. So let's pull up an older track with some actual data. A short touch on a track will load that on the map screen, and from here you can move into the elevation profile and the speed chart. This is the elevation profile and the speed chart, and there's some options to change those, change the viewing of those, or the statistics page. And if I was recording the speed, if the track was recording, the speed would be displayed. The statistics are fairly standard here: average speed, elevation gain, grade, etc. If we're ready to upload this track to Google, we return to the track list, and a long press brings up the track options. And we can edit details, which is the same screen we were presented when we stopped recording. We can send to Google. We can share with friends as a GPX file, a KML, or a link to Google Maps. You can also write this track to the SD card as a GPX, KML, or CSV file. So let's send this off to Google. I'm going to press Send to Google. You can send it to a map and docs simultaneously. The map display is a little annoying because it's going to split the track into segments, but the endpoint holds all of the statistics of the activity along with a nice elevation profile. The doc is a spreadsheet, and as I mentioned before, it's going to add this activity as a new row and update the summary log. So I really love the simplicity of this app and the fact that not only can I use it for my bike rides, but geotagging, remembering where I parked the car by setting waypoints. Anytime I set out on foot or bike and I wonder how far I've traveled, I can turn this app on and I have the answer. I do wish it had offline map caching. When you're out in the backcountry and you're away from a signal, it's not so great. It is still recording and you can come back and see how far you've gone, but you can't use it from any kind of navigation when you don't have cell service. It really needs a widget for starting, pausing, and stopping tracks and recording. And the ability to import GPX files would be really nice, so you can pull down somebody else's track and follow that off into the backcountry and things of that sort. The project has recently gone open source and the development looks really promising. There's some exciting things on the horizon. And that is my review of Google's MyTracks app. I hope it was helpful. Thank you.